Hello, everyone.
Hello, how are yous? Happy freaking Thursday.
Happy Thursday. It's been a Thursday.
It's been a hell of a Thursday, but it's vibes. We're here now, we're vibing. It's episode what, 6?
Is it episode? There's no way it's episode 6.
Yeah, it's episode 6.
Oh my god, happy episode 6.
Happy episode 6. Happy episode 6. It's a great time. We're here today because it's October, and October is LGBTQ plus History Month. And also, yesterday was National Coming Out Day. So
Yeah.
we're just slapping those in a little pot and mixing it up for today.
I think it's so funny that we have taken over Halloween month. Like we're being the little
We
demons
have.
that we're supposed to be, you know?
Exactly. It's what we deserve. Halloween is for the gays. There we are.
It gets better. It says October is just Pride Part 2 at this point. And
True.
that's what I believe. Pride Part 2.
As it should be. As
I,
it should be.
I should have gotten like my rainbow wings and everything. I might randomly, in the middle of us talking, I might just be like, Ashley, hold on the fort. I'm going to grab my wings.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'm super down. Hello. That's so wonderful. I love it. I
Well,
love it.
Ashley, so we start off the stream with a
Yes,
conversation like icebreaker or something. And
of course.
this has nothing to do with the episode, what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Is lemonade a juice? I don't know if
Yes.
you've been seeing this. Really?
I don't know why people think it's not.
Because people are, the argument is lemon juice is actually like the little thing that you squirt into, like, I don't know, pasta or something. But lemonade is not a juice because it contains other things, so it wouldn't be considered a juice.
What, sugar?
And water.
Orange juice has extra sugar added into it sometimes too.
Look, Ashley, I am on your side.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't understand.
This has been like a running argument between like me and my coworkers of like, is lemonade a juice? And
Yeah, I don't understand what else it would be.
they're saying no, so we called Minute Maid and we were like, hey, what's up? And
Mm.
they said yes, it's a juice. We went, okay, cool. And then we tweeted at Minute Maid, and Minute Maid responded being like, yeah, no, the verdict is it lemonade's a juice. And so we went, cool.
Yes, it's a juice. I feel I'm like, who do I have to fight? I feel like I'm offended because I love lemonade and lemonade is a juice.
Look, I am on your side on this one. I am on your side on this one. Um, Actually, have you done anything like
Ugh.
if we haven't talked in like five ever? What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like we both have some fun things.
Yeah,
So, the week after our last episode, I went to go visit my mom for the first time in 2 years, and that was really fun. It was really
yeah.
nice. Went to the farm, got to hug a cow, multiple cows.
Oh, wait, that's so adorable.
Love cows. My mom is like not like fostering, but she's just like taking care of some of her neighbors' cows, but she has two cows of her own. And the two cows of her own she's had since they were like babies, so she raised them to be very like affectionate and trust people, so they give hugs and stuff. And it's very
Oh,
cute and their heads are very heavy. Cows are very heavy. So like
they
if they
are.
want to like give you a little like head hug, it's a lot of force. So
I was gonna say you give me the energy of someone who would create a TikTok of like cow spa day and like doing all those cute little cow spa day stuff, and I'd be like,
I
oh,
wish.
this cow's
Oh,
in bliss. Oh my
the
god.
happy cow hour, yeah, happy cow hours would be definitely something I wish I could do. They're great. I love cows. But yeah, my mom has a bunch of animals. She got some sheep, so we got to hang out with a sheep. Her one sheep that's really affectionate, his name is Peanut. And she hung out
Oh,
with us every time we were outside around her little pen, so that was really nice. She has more sheep than just Peanut, but Peanut is the only one that really likes to hang out with people.
oh, I love a
It's very
good peanut.
cute.
That's so cute. I will
Yeah,
say,
but yeah.
I will say I've always wanted to have like a pet cow growing up because I feel like I feel like I would get into some funny adventures with this cow for some reason.
Look, the one thing I will say is that cows, they are very sweet, they are very big, and they are very they don't I feel like how cows do, they just don't know how big they are.
Yeah.
Like my mom's like, "Yeah, I've been stepped on. I watch my feet now."
Yeah.
Cuz it's just like, whoo,
Yeah, I
they're
feel like they have
hefty.
small dog syndrome where small dogs think they're like bigger dogs, but like this is like the biggest dog you can get is a cow.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, like the big dog lap dog. Yes,
Yeah.
that is 100% what it is, and it's hilarious, but it was so nice to just be out in nature for a while. I was just hanging out, vibing, enjoying the oh my god. So this is the one thing before I'll ask you about your little vacation. But you know how we have like the air quality
Hmm.
scale? So Canada's air quality scale is like basically like 1 to 10. Um and I rock at about a 5 in the city that I'm in.
Okay.
I went to check the air quality. 1. It's the lowest and
Whoa.
lowest that it can go, I think. Just out there the whole week and I'm like, "Wow. This is what fresh air is."
Okay, I was gonna say one's good, so it's like fresh. I was like, it's either good or really bad. Ashley, are
Yeah,
you
really bad.
okay?
No, no, no. It was really good. And even there was like some smoke from like fires at one point and it was still
It
like
was still
still
one.
fresh and nice. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Like, cause I
coming to
don't think it was
Canada.
just more in the like high air and not like the low air. Well, it was just really weird, but it was gorgeous.
Oh my god.
But the week after I left, you went on vacation. What did
Yes.
you get up to?
So, I've been kind of saving up some monies from some cool things I've been doing and work, and I wanted to give myself a week vacation. It was like 5 days, but
As you should.
I recently did a 48-hour for my job, 48-hour
Mhm.
subathon for my job, and which we accidentally implemented military torture techniques into.
How did you accidentally do that?
Do you know, like when people on TikTok do that thing where they're trying to sleep, but you could do sound alerts to wake them up?
Hmm.
That's like a military torture thing. Did that, forgot that that was that until someone said, "Yeah, we just went through this," and I went, "Oh, okay,
Oh, oops.
oops." So I decided to take a vacation, and then I also took some of the money that I had to take my mom and my dad on a like little spa thing or pay for a spa thing for them because my dad's been going
Ew.
through cancer surgery and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
being a caretaker for someone like that is also very stressful. So like both of them are stressed and I'm like, please, please, please go take care of yourselves. So
Yeah.
talking to my mom, doing stuff for her as well, and making sure that she's okay and that my dad's okay and that they're vibing. But my dad's like a little kid sometimes where he's
Mm.
like always joyous and like he never wants to talk about like that stuff. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll go into it. But just been my week, just relaxing and making sure that the fam back home's doing good and that they're also taking time to take care of themselves because Jesus Christ, my parents are
Yeah. Oh my God.
workaholics.
Oh, it's so hard. I feel like when you're a care like taker to find time for yourself and really prioritize yourself. That's so nice.
My mom doesn't know how to do that. And so when I yell at her to do it, she does it. And it sucks that that's what it takes. But like, she's
Yeah.
learning.
Learning,
She's learning to
it
take
gets
care of
done.
herself. And you're like, okay, this is great. But yeah, I needed to take a step away from content and everything for a bit because it can be a lot.
Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
did that and also went to therapy.
Nice. Yes. Good stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Look, that's great. I love that you got some chill time away from content because, yeah, it is exhausting. It was nice for me to get like away because also my mom lives in the middle of nowhere. So the internet wasn't incredible. So I was like, oh, well, I can't really work. So I just hung out. It was
Oh,
great.
I would say, chat. Also, if you want to let us know what you've done since the last episode,
Yeah.
what you've done this weekend or the past couple of weeks. Don't tell us what you're
Mhm.
doing this weekend though, because we'll get to that later.
Mhm. Oh my God. This is another little bit of a heel turn, but I've also been reading a lot more.
Ooh, how's that
Yes.
been?
Oh my God. I read I feel like, has this even been since the first time or the last time we met or had met up for this? Maybe. I read the first ACOTAR book the last time we had an episode. And then I read the second ACOTAR book since then. And I also read almost another book called Fourth Wing. And I'm just basically in my fantasy book era. I don't know.
Wait, I love this though. You deserve this. You deserve to be
Thank
in that
you.
era.
It's been great, especially like Fourth Wing that I've been reading because I've been really into it. And I've noticed that I don't want to even be on my phone as much because like I'm either reading or I just want to be doing other things.
That's fair.
So it's been great. It's just like if I look at my phone, I'm like, I'm bored. I want to do stuff. I want to get up. I want to get out of the house. I want to not be sitting stationary on my phone. And it's been great. I have been so off social media lately. It's just like, man, I've
I
just been hanging out.
I feel that. I've been trying my best to get off of social media because I realized it was a hyperfixation for me. And then I was like,
Hmm.
ooh. So, pro
Yeah.
tip for anyone trying to like get yourself off of an app, if you have an iPhone, delete the icon from your home screen. You can still search it up and go to it, but like that's what I did to kind of help me not get too addicted with Twitter. Um,
Oh, see, I did that and then I started to just search it and then that was my new like muscle memory. So I don't have it on my phone at all. Instead, if I want to check Twitter on my phone, I use the browser and it sucks so bad that I don't go on it for more than like 10 minutes maybe. And then I close it.
that's so smart. I think our pal Luxie does the same thing. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this sounds so smart. I need to go do that.
Hmm.
Well, it is October. It is
It
the
is.
scary month. It is also coming out month, and yesterday was coming out day.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna be talking about, even though y'all have heard us talk about our coming out stories, we're gonna talk about like a bunch of different history stuff and also
Yeah.
our
We're going
stories
to
here and
talk about
there.
coming out day as like a whole, not like us
Yes.
specifically, because we have told that story enough times in these 6 episodes. We have been there. So, yeah, we've got a lot of fun things. We are, yeah, going to be doing our history facts. We are going to be looking at some like coming out day like tips and just like a guide kind of about things to think about during National Coming Out Day if you are not already out, and even if you are.
Yeah.
It's nice to think about in general.
I brewed some tea for this because I got tea to spill about it.
Beauty. I'm very excited about LGBTQ history facts.
Yeah. Well, let's start with history. So,
Yeah.
chat, I guess the first question, chat, make sure you're
Mhm.
paying attention and you have your notebooks
Yeah, there will
open.
be a quiz.
There will be a quiz at the end of this. Do y'all know why it's celebrated in October? I actually didn't know this. So, until
No.
until like 2 days ago, because I was like, oh, wait, this explains so much. I just thought we wanted a second pride, and I was like, yeah, let's
Mhm.
do this.
Sweet. Yeah, I feel like in Canada it is apparently there's like we kind of recognize that it's like an international thing because like the US does it
Hmm.
in October, but our like pride and like history stuff is usually from June to September. Apparently, that's news to me, and I'm sure news to many people because I feel like I don't see that much like pride stuff after June here, but like, sure. But anyhow,
Yeah, I didn't. I guess the first time I saw something in October was actually last year when I moved to Austin, and I went to like bars and stuff and got discounted for the food and like drinks that I was having, and I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Pride," and I'm like, "It's October. What's
mm,
go What's going on?" But then also like there were a bunch of like parades. I went to a like trans event for I forget, it was just trans awareness, honestly, and rights, and it was like in October. So I went, this is, do we just celebrate it differently here in Austin? And that's all I thought. I thought it was just an Austin thing, but it's everywhere.
wait, that's cool. That is very cool.
But
But
yeah, I would say, if do you want to read the reason why?
sure, yeah. All right, hold on. Da, 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 da. Well, first off, it is apparently as of 2022, month-long celebration that is specific to Australia, Canada, Cuba, Finland, Germany, Hungary, Italy, the UK, and the US, which is like a small handful, actually.
Yeah.
I was expecting more, but I guess those are just where it's like officially recognized. But
Yeah, but the US is, the most important state and country ever, so it's a
mm,
pretty big handful.
yeah, it's international at
Mm,
that point, right?
yeah.
But the reason that it is in October is LGBTQ History Month was created in 1994 by Rodney Wilson, a high school history teacher in Missouri. In 1995, a resolution passed by the General Assembly of the National Education Association included LGBTQ History Month within a list of commemorative months. October was selected to coincide with National Coming Out Day, October 11th, which was already established, and the anniversary of the first March on Washington for gay and lesbian rights in 1979.
Oh my
So
God,
we
wait.
just took it and made it a whole month,
Oh my God.
which
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't know that.
it's the month we
That's
deserve.
really dope.
It's the month we deserve. Anything with like Halloween in it, I go, yep,
It's
okay,
true.
this is
Yeah.
ours. We're taking this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It is
didn't
truly for the
I had
gays.
no idea, but also like I think this is just a testament that you're forever learning even though you're a part of the community. So like
Yeah.
I'm still learning about like queer stuff. I'm still learning about black stuff, like everything. It doesn't just because I'm bisexual does not mean I know everything about the queer community.
Yeah,
Literally.
no. Not at all. But I have a well, first off, I'm looking at these poll results right now, and it
Mhm.
looks like most of you didn't know that, but now you do.
Now
So
you're
there we
walking away
go.
with some knowledge that you didn't have before, and
Knowledge.
that's
Knowledge,
powerful.
which is great. But that is the, I guess, US based origins. But my fun little LGBTQ history fact about
Ooh.
October from Canada is I want to make sure I get these dates right, so I literally have it up. But in 1992, Second Lieutenant Michelle Douglas sued the Canadian Armed Forces for discrimination because there was something that was called the LGBT purge in the Canadian Armed Forces that basically was if somebody found out that you were LGBT, you would be kicked out of the military. You were not allowed, you were banned, not allowed to serve in the military.
Oh.
And she was taking them to court and she was suing them and in 19 in hold on. In October of 1992, just before it went to trial, the Canadian military abandoned the policy banning gays and lesbians and settled the case. So, actually, last year was the 30th anniversary of the end of the LGBTQ ban in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Oh my god. Let's go. You coming through with some
Yeah, very
Canadian
fun,
facts,
very fun.
okay?
Hmm.
I so mine isn't in October, but it's a fun little history fact. So apparently the
Mm-hmm.
history's first known queer couple shared a tomb together. I
I
didn't
saw that.
I did not know about this one. Did not know about this one. So apparently people have always, always had the hots for the same gender, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the first recorded same-sex relationships was in 2400 BC.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, queerness wasn't invented 2 days ago, or
No.
as many Republicans think, 5 years ago or something. Honestly, pronouns also weren't invented like 5 years ago, which I'll
No.
also explain in a little. But
People are goofy.
archaeologists dug up two male royal court manicurists. I'm not going to say the names because I'm going to say them so poorly. In Egypt, found buried together in a shared tomb in a similar way of how married couples at the time were as well. So they were like nose to nose, close embrace. That's how they would normally like do the tomb stuff. So I was like, oh wait, this is really cute.
That is
This is
very, very cute. I love that. I have another Egyptian fun fact
okay.
that the very first chat line ever, little flirtatious hitting on someone else, was between two men, two deities,
Oh yeah, I believe this.
two Egyptian deities, and they were fighting over who should be the rightful ruler. And then one just decided to take a different approach other than fighting and was just like, hey, you're pretty handsome. And the other one's like, oh, okay. And then they're great. They were together. Good for them.
I
The gays
think
invented the pickup line.
yeah, they did the pickup line, but also is this not the plot of Red, White, and Royal Blue or whatever the Netflix
Oh
queer
god,
show
I do
is?
not know about that.
I haven't watched it either, but it's like they're like two, I assume two princes trying to fight, and
Yeah,
then
there's like
they're falling in love.
something like that. They
Yeah.
were not roommates. They were queer. Yes.
Look,
Love it.
they could have they could have been roommate. Now they're not roommates. It's funny though, because like with my partner, when he
They're two
comes,
mates.
you can leave. There's a door. You can leave. You can you can leave.
Look, I'll take that. I win. I win today.
Another history fact. I have like a couple of like historical icons that you probably didn't know were queer or anything like that, but apparently Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh,
I had no
oh,
idea.
come
I had
on.
no idea. That
Really?
no, I had no idea. I
I'm gonna
had
be honest.
I had no idea. He but yeah, he I'm gonna be honest.
There is no way. There is no way that a man can spend so much time focusing on the all of the areas of the same sex without being a little interested in it.
well that's like it's funny to me because a lot of the artists, a lot of the like older sculptors are also like queer as well. Michelangelo is someone who was also very queer.
Yes. Is that what I'm thinking right now? No. I feel like all the Renaissance painters were, I'll be real.
Yeah, I figured the man was a little gay according to Aggressive Bread. Yeah, it's in addition to being one of the most famous artists of all time, Michelangelo wrote many homoerotic poems for a man named Tommaso de Cavalieri.
Beautiful.
But when his great nephew discovered them, he had the pronouns changed to make it seem like Michelangelo was addressing a woman. So,
Boring.
homophobia. Boring and homophobia. But yeah,
Yeah.
artists,
Ew.
a lot of Renaissance artists, apparently. Who had any
Yes.
idea?
I love this.
And
I love this.
also like Abraham Lincoln, but I want to talk about that one later. I don't know if you know about that one.
No, this is news to me. This one's news to me.
Oh, the term lavender is gonna be pop or is gonna pop up again. If you've ever heard of like lavender nights, lavender skies, lavender like strings, something like that. That's it. It to kind of I don't want to spoil what we have, but the gays own the color lavender.
Okay. Look, you can take me on this journey with the rest of chat because I don't know what's happening, but I'm here for it. I'll strap in. It's okay.
So I mean, I'm not saying Abraham Lincoln was queer, but like there's
Mm.
some articles where lavender is brought up, and you're like, interesting, very interesting.
Interesting. Oh, hold on.
Okay,
I have another fun fact since we did mention pronouns real quick.
okay.
I did see this is for the people who think that they is only for multiple people. How dare you? You're goofy, whatever, right? The singular they slash them used to
Mhm.
be the most popular pronoun in the English language, and it was happily used by Jane Austen and William Shakespeare up until the 19th century. It was like the OG.
Am I bald or hear me out? Were
Mhm.
we before like I knew they as a pronoun that people could use like very early in my years.
Oh, absolutely.
I was using they to address my friends constantly.
Oh yeah. No, because it's like,
Like, oh my god, where are they? Like that's literally
yeah,
where are they?
where are they? And it's like Sarah or
Yeah.
something.
I can't
It's
find
like,
Sarah. Where are they?
and I feel like it's something that you don't think about because it's one of those like second nature things that just like comes out of your mouth because it's just normal in the English language. But people are goofy. But yeah, we used the singular they them before we even used he, him, and she, her.
Yeah.
They they them was first, and then it splintered off, and then we started using it a lot less. But
But
like,
it's okay. It was invented like 5 years ago. That's fine.
yeah, and it's so new. It's so new age. Oh
California
my
invented it.
god.
California invented it apparently. So
Yeah, so ridiculous.
God, we're
My
taking away
lord.
taking away all the pronouns. Sorry, chat.
Mhm.
Actually, something really funny. You know this creator as well. Alejo underscore 47 created the pronoun extension that you all
Mm.
probably know and love. If you don't know, you can add your pronouns on Twitch. It's really cool. You just have to
You
go through
can.
extensions. It's really awesome. Um, but Alejo is someone that is a huge supporter of Ashley and I, and offered this cool little extension for people to use in chat so people
Yes.
know your pronouns all the time. And we have some people in chat who have it equipped already, like Aggressive Bread has he, they
Yep.
next to them, and Beanie Bloom says she, her. But it's a
Mhm.
really cool extension. I highly recommend. Super awesome.
Very,
And
very wonderful.
a good way to, let people know your pronouns without you even having to say anything.
Yeah, because if other people have that extension, and the fun thing is, and this is for people like me who have a chat on screen sometimes, um, there are certain like widgets and whatever you can use for chat that will read from that extension and put your pronouns beside your name. So like in my stream, if you chat when I have like chat up, you will have your pronouns beside your name, which is great. And Alejo was fantastic.
It's really good. It's funny though, because like if I'll post a clip, a TikTok where I post a capture of someone saying something in chat, it's always the question, "How'd you get pronouns in there?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Ooh, let me tell you, I
Let
know
me
this
book you
cool
on
thing."
something. Yeah.
I say, do you
Yeah.
have any other cool facts or cool history facts?
Oh my gosh. Home. I feel like I look, I feel like I have some that I'm now scrolling through because I'm like, this needs to be more safe for work.
Yeah. I say I can hit you with one if you would like.
Yeah, hit me with one while I look because I'm like, a little spicy, a little spicy, a little spicy, a little
Do
spicy.
you do you know IBM?
Yes, like the tech company.
Yes, the tech company. So, um, in the 1960s, this technology was pioneered by Lynn Conway, and she worked as a computer scientist for IBM. Uh, some of IBM's earliest microchips was something that she created, but she ended up getting like removed from the company because they found out that she was trans and planned to transition, and so her work on like projects like ended. But
Mm.
she was basically the pioneer of a lot of like microchips and things that kind of started IBM. The title of it is the trans microchip, which I think is so funny. So, hey. Hey.
Look, I love this.
Little cool little technology things for you gamers out there.
Cool technology, Max. It's fantastic. Um, I have like a weird one about well, I feel like this is not I feel like this is kind of semi common knowledge.
Okay.
It's just like origins of the word gay. It used to mean just like carefree and vibing and like happy even, you know?
Okay.
And I just feel like that is like I love etymology and like the origins of words and just language and linguistics. Like I have a couple etymology stuff where like man and girl both used to be gender neutral.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like girls were just like children.
Yeah.
That's just what it used to be, which is so wild.
I just like to think, where did we go wrong?
But like
Where
how did that happen?
how did that like stray away? But yeah, I was gonna say, oh, you're one of those word gays. Okay. You're one
I'm
of
a
those
word
word. You're a word and science gay.
I am a word gay because okay, you know words that have like good mouthfeel or like
Hmm.
oh my god, just words that just like are like long and fun.
It's like
Um
onomatopoeia. That's a fun word.
yeah. Yes. I'm trying to
Onomatopoeia.
find the dragon name.
A dragon name?
Yeah, there's like a quetzalcoatl or something. It's a dragon that just sound it has good mouthfeel. I'm thinking about words that have good mouthfeel. I'm getting off topic is what's happening, so I should stop. I should stop.
It's also ADHD awareness month if that.
Oh
If
wow, we're
that-
really just high
yeah,
fiving for that one.
we're
Let's
winning a lot.
go.
Also, get better. It gets better in chat says boy babies would also be dressed in various parts of history too. Plus, pink being a masculine color.
Mhm.
Pink is still a masculine color. I'm putting that out there. I got pink in
Yes.
my background. It's
Yeah, I don't understand how that changed so much, but you know, I also think gendering things is boring.
I think
So
that's so boring. I think that's
it is.
so boring. All right, well, Ashley, I do have a bunch of TikToks for you today.
Oh
Uh,
yes,
to
please show
kind
me some
of
TikTok.
set the mood for the month
Mhm.
of history and also coming out.
Of
Um,
course.
but yeah, let's watch our first TikTok right now.
If anyone tries to tell you that using they them pronouns is some kind of new fad, you can tell them that the first recorded use of they them as a singular pronoun showed up in 1375. That's over 600 years ago. The same way that the pronoun you was strictly singular long before it became plural, language is fluid. It's always fluctuating, changing depending on how we use it. Trying to take these fluid parts of language and trying to use them as evidence as to why someone's identity isn't real, it just doesn't hold any water. So you definitely shouldn't let that type of argument get in the way of identifying the way that you want.
Agreed.
True. So real.
Agreed. Language is always transforming. That's the whole thing. Like in the beginning, where I was like, it. Even if you're a part of the community, there's still more to learn about the community because things are constantly changing and language is always evolving. And no. Pronouns have been
Humans
around.
change, words change, language changes. Everything is constantly changing. I feel like everything has to change because everything has to adapt and grow. So,
That's why I don't feel bad for the people who don't change. But how do you expect to grow if you do not want to learn from, the ever changing and ever adapting world? Like it can be a lot, I'll agree, but also you don't want to stunt your own growth.
It just kind of feels sad, I guess. I feel like that sounds really mean, but it's like,
no.
I just feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not changing and growing and learning.
Yes, I will agree. I think you are doing a disservice to yourself. And it's like, and I'm not talking to the kids who are like, well, sometimes it's hard to process change because at the end of the day, you're still kind of processing the change. Like you're making it happen. But I'm talking about the people who are actively like, I see this new thing. I do not want to learn about it. I see pronouns. I do not like it. I do not like it. Do not want to learn about it. And you're now not growing with the rest of the world who's definitely behind it and ready to, make sure spaces are more inclusive and more welcoming for individuals. Sorry, you're unwelcoming.
Yeah,
sorry, people won't talk to you when they come up to the parties.
Oh, dang! Oh my lord!
Also, you wouldn't even be at the party, actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't be invited to the party, bestie.
But yeah, I thought that was a really cool TikTok. Especially talking about pronouns, because a lot of the argument circling around pronouns is this was just invented. You can't make up stuff, and it's like it's not. Okay, well, first and foremost, everything humans made is made up by mankind. But also, this has been around since what was it? The 1300s.
It's forever ago.
Forever. That's so long.
Forever ago. Pronouns have been around since language has been around. Yeah. That's just it's a whole category of words. It's ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous.
I wanted to know because I know that a couple people are posting please let us know if you have some fun, funky facts of from LGBTQ history that we can look at, because it's cool. Because I know that Winterselt said back into the blue and pink being gendered colors that it was more like a marketing thing. I feel like marketing and capitalism change a lot of things, unfortunately, for and maybe not the better. But it's that's just fun things to know.
Oh, and also purple was the color of royalty.
Fancy purples, yes.
Wow.
Very cool. I feel like people still view that as a royal color.
Wow,
so.
But wait, the bisexual flag has all three. Wow, that's
beautiful. Royal.
The purple and bisexual flag means royalty. It does not, but it means royalty now.
It means royalty now. Yes.
We are all royalty, and we are rich.
I wish. Yes, give us money. Make us rich.
Make us rich, please. Speaking of purple, I do want to go to the next TikTok.
Ooh, all right. All right.
This is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to turn to the next TikTok now.
You know that lavender is the gay color? First, I want to start this by talking about Sappho, who was a very early poet. She was born on the island of Lesbos. Since she wrote so long ago, a lot of her poetry only exists in fragments, but what we do have really often mentions like purple violets and other purple plants. There's also Oscar Wilde, who wrote famously about purple hours in love letters about men in the 1900s. There's also the Lavender song, which is an anthem that emerged in 1920s Berlin. I will put the lyrics on screen now. In 1926, a biography about Abraham Lincoln described him as having lavender streaks, implying he was gay. In the 1950s, during the Cold War period, there was also a lot of tension that caused people to see queerness as incredibly sexually perverted, and this period of time came to be known as the Lavender Scare. In 1970, a lesbian activist group called the Lavender Menace activist group stormed the stage at the Second Congress to unite women. This was responding to famous feminist Betty Friedan's comment that lesbians were a lavender menace that would undermine the women's movement.
Wow.
Oh, what?
Lesbians, you are now a lavender menace.
You're menace, apparently.
Menaces
Wow.
to society. So yeah, no, like the gays own lavender now. Like that's
Fun.
that is it.
I love that.
But yeah, I was trying to remember what the quote said about Abraham Lincoln, and it was lavender streets. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, sure. Mantis has a little fun fact.
Ooh.
The Netherlands were the first to legalize gay marriage in 2001. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're winning.
They won. They did.
They're winning. They're like, hey, love is love. Go ahead. Lavender has always been top tier, 100% connect better. 100%. It's
very true.
As someone who's currently in a purple background, purple color, I'm not winning these allegations, okay? Let me just say.
Your entire room looks lavender right now. Like the whole thing.
Even if you like add the blue and pink together, it creates like a lavender in the middle. I'm not.
Yeah, like the blue and the pink lights are like merging to make just have a lavender glow in your room.
I'm trying to drop hints that I'm bisexual, and I don't.
I'm trying
to
so
just drop
subtly
hints.
to drop hints.
Subtly. And I don't think anyone's getting it.
Yeah, nobody understands. Hello. Oh my gosh. I wish I could so quick, because I have 3 lights behind me. I wish I could just like slap them into being like the bisexual colors. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, cool. No, yeah, you're definitely not doing anything.
No, what are you talking about? No.
Also, I have like where is it? Oh, I have Mothman holding the bisexual flag. Apparently, Mothman is now taken by the queer community. I think the bisexuals might have taken Mothman. So Mothman is ours. I believe so. Now. And also frogs. I think the frogs are ours now too.
Oh, okay, dang.
Yeah, so we won frogs and Mothman and some lawsuit. I don't know what that lawsuit was, but definitely a very needed one.
Look, I love that for us. Hold on, I'm not doing anything. I'm still doing nothing. Don't worry about me.
I thought Mothman was ace. I think Mothman is for everyone. But I also think the frogs are for the ace community. Oh, bats are definitely for the gays too. Ooh, yeah. I love the background. Okay.
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen Frog and Toad? For the gays.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also, bats are just so adorable.
I love bats.
Like, how could those be scary? Like, how? Yeah. Explain.
How?
Love the subtly changing lights behind Ash. What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? They've always been there.
Frog and Toad are friends. They're roommates.
Yeah, they're roommates. History will say they're roommates.
History will say they're roommates. I feel like all the cryptids are just for the community. Well, yeah.
That's true. True enough.
Right.
True enough.
I have one more TikTok for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to start it now.
Do you know how many adults in the U.S. identify as transgender? Let's look at some results from a Gallup phone survey taken in 2022. In 2022, this phone survey found that 1 out of every 5 Gen Z adults identifies as LGBT. 2/3 of these people identify as bisexual. The survey also notes that 1.2% of LGBT adults choose to label themselves specifically as queer. Now for some specific transgender stats from the Pew Research Center. 1.6% of adults in the United States are transgender or non-binary, but this number rises to 5.1% of adults aged 18 to 29. Nearly 40% of adults in the United States say that they personally know someone who's transgender. These results also only reflect current adults, so numbers might change as youths get older. If you identify as LGBT, you're clearly not alone.
Oh, wait, I love that
Oh.
ending message.
That was really cute.
That was really cute. Yeah, you're not
But it's
alone.
true.
Oh God. I mean, that's the whole reason I like started streaming, is because of I didn't have a lot of like queer people in my life, a lot of Black people in my life, and I wanted to kind of foster that online, and I heard that I could do that through streaming. And so I tried it, and I started finding a lot of little gay people in my phone who adore me for some reason. And I go, oh, hey. Just a bunch of little gay people in my phone, and I go, hi, it's good to see you.
Hey, yeah. Oh my God, the gay people in my phone.
They adore me. It's great. But yeah, it was kind of nice though, because in a sense, like I felt like I wasn't alone anymore. And I know there were people in chat that were like, God, it feels great to not feel alone anymore. And now we have spaces that we can go to in order to like fully feel ourselves and unapologetically ourselves. So it was like, cool, I needed this, but also you all needed this too at the same time, which was very just cute at the end of the day.
Like a little group healing sesh sometimes, you know?
Sometimes you need a group healing sesh. And it sucks because if you don't have like the queer people in your life, or you know, folks in the community that you can go to for that healing sesh, it hurts. You're holding in a lot of things. You're bottling up, and bottling up is not the best thing to do sometimes for your mental health. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Also, Mantis says, I love being a little gay person in everyone's phone.
Yes. Yes, man, absolutely. You are.
Okay.
You're a little gay menace in my phone.
You're a little gay menace. I don't think
my God.
I don't think, and Ashley, please tell me if I'm wrong, anyone who watches both of our contents, I don't think they're not menaces.
I think it's probably statistically impossible.
Yes, I think if you are consuming either of our contents, there's let's just say you're not getting to the gates of heaven.
We're all heathens. We're all sinners. Yay! Incredible. Wonderful.
Oh, God.
My gosh. Not an LGBT historical fact. Someone in your state is trying to run for Senate who's a trans woman and has a bearded dragon. Oh, that's so fun.
Wait, they have a bearded dragon? That's so cool.
I love that. I love that so much. I also love that they are like forward facing enough to like for you to know their pets. That's just fun.
Yeah. There's also I know Funeral just said, I want to start streaming and stuff to represent disabled queer people because they're still so hard for me to come by. Yes. Also, I could give you recommendations of disabled queer folks that you need, because I'm like, hey, I got you. There's a lot of folks that I watch where I'm like, oh wait, as someone who's also visually disabled, I go, okay, this is great. This is a good time. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, I got you. Queerly B is someone who I'm a huge fan of and has been a supporter of my channel for a bit, and is also a disabled queer streamer. So definitely check them out.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And they do a lot of cozy gaming. But yeah, if y'all are interested in checking out more content revolving around, you know, queer history, you can use the command in chat LGBTQ HM !LGBTQ HM in chat, and the It Gets Better has an entire playlist on TikTok dedicated to the LGBTQ plus History Month, where viewers can browse through videos and you can learn more facts. You can learn more things from today. We already got you with the October, and now you're about to get more stuff.
Yeah, we got you. I'm very excited for everyone to go through those because I love learning more stuff. I love educating myself on things. I am one of those ADHD folks that I cannot simply just be like, I wonder what this is, or oh, I wonder why that is, without immediately Googling it. I will be on my phone faster than you can finish asking the question because I would have already asked it in my head and I will be on the way to knowing the answer.
Also,
So,
my logic with all the information that you like gather, like watching those TikToks and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna learn this later." You're gonna randomly one day, and I'm not hex this upon you. I'm gonna curse this upon you.
nice.
One day,
Yeah.
you will accidentally be a part of a trivia team.
Accidentally, like you accidentally
Yeah, I
stumble
guess.
into
You
like a coffee
stumble
shop.
into a coffee shop doing trivia, and you will have to participate. You need to know this information because it's randomly gonna pop up. It's randomly gonna pop up.
It will.
What, like, they're gonna be like, what color was associated with Abraham Lincoln? And you could
And
say,
if you don't say
if you
lavender,
don't say lavender, you're done. You're
it's
done.
embarrassing.
So I'm putting that curse upon you. I'm so sorry. Where you will be a part of a
Oh,
trivia team moving forward for one day.
one day in the future, you won't know when, but
And
it'll
one of these
happen.
questions or anything on the TikTok playlist is gonna pop up, and you're gonna be like, I know this.
I know this.
I saw
It's
this on
there.
this little gay show.
This little gay show.
And that's gonna be a quote
Oh,
from a little gay menace in your phone.
beautiful. Perfect. Speaking of little gay menaces in our phone, shall we little heel turn to National Coming Out Day where we can chat about coming out as a little gay menace?
Oh. We'll chat today. I'm coming out as a little gay menace. No one knew.
No one knew.
It's one of those things we all knew. Oh,
Yeah. Or like, okay. And then just keep going about it. Yep. Understood. Got
did
it.
I
Knew
explain
that.
to you my favorite TikTok? There's a TikTok of a creator. His name is Rico,
Mhm.
or their name is Rico, and it's a TikTok of them going, if you ever got bullied in school for being gay, it's a TikTok of them going, well, I mean, like, they were kind of right. Like, look at you. Like, you are gay. Like, they bullied you for being gay, but you are gay. It's like, oh
Like, yeah.
no. It's like they had a +7 in perception, apparently. And
Again, they just knew, huh?
it's like, you knew.
Okay.
Huh,
Good job,
okay.
I guess.
Yeah, thanks for knowing that. I didn't know at the time. What the heck? That's one of my favorite TikToks, is just being like, they look at you. Just
Look
pointing at
ahead.
the camera, look at you. You are gay. But yeah, it's a National Coming Out Day, and I feel like we've talked about our coming out experiences
Mhm.
a lot. Just a short, if you're new here, I can give you a too long don't read. I fell in love with the lead actor of Little Shop of Horrors, and it turned into a mess.
It was a mess.
It was a mess. But also, college was the first time I came across the term bisexual and felt super comfortable with it, and learned more about it as I've continued to grow and still feel comfortable describe myself as like bi plus and queer at the same time, as well as aromantic. So but yeah, my coming out experience was really, it was here and there. My sister was super supportive, and she was like, I kind of like guessed, and it was one of those things where it was like, okay, so why didn't you say anything?
Hey,
Interesting. So why would
you
you
want
say
to talk
that?
to me about it?
You
Okay.
didn't want to say anything? Interesting. And then me like reworking on a relationship with my parents again. So it's like really nice.
Okay. Mine is I found out that you could be gay when I was like fairly young. And I found out because I met like a friend online who was dating a woman at the time, and I was like, huh?
What game was this? What
And
game was this?
yeah, I had a crush on her for like probably years.
Did you play a video? What did online friend were you playing a video game? What was the game?
It's DeviantArt.
Oh,
Not that grown. Get out of
not
here.
the DeviantArt world.
Look, two nerdy little dorks. Look, I had a crush on her for years. But then I was like, oh damn, okay, I guess that's something about myself. And then eventually I came out first by texting my mom after she had gone to bed, and we were in the same house. I was in her kitchen and she had gone up to bed and she texted being like, I know, but as long as you're happy, I'm happy. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, sick. My dad was a little bit more of a roller coaster, but he came around pretty quickly and he was more chill. He was more shocked. But then he said that he kind of knew. I think it was just more of like a, oh no, it is real kind of thing. But yeah, it was a little bit of a time. But it was chill.
The funny thing for me, so in high school, I was still closeted. I dated like one guy in high school, and then like I think everyone forgot. So it was like cool. I kind of everyone forgot. No one knows. I went to prom with my best friend. She, I love her. She is now a lawyer, and she is my lawyer, which is great. um, but at the time, we were both queer and we didn't tell each other. And it was so funny when later on in life, we're still friends. Later on in life, I randomly text her and she's like, "Oh, I'm dating this girl." And I go, "Huh? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
no. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you this." And I was like, "Okay, so I'm dating this guy." And they go, "Oh,
oh. And then there's high five.
a high
Nice.
five." Yeah, it's like cool. The perfect people to go to prom together.
That's so funny.
We also ended up getting food poisoning at Carrabba's, an Italian restaurant, on accident on prom night. So my
That's
prom night
horrible.
was
I'm so
amazing.
sorry.
Yeah, food poisoning, super great, super awesome. But I actually have another coming out story that I texted my friend to see if this is okay to talk about, and it's kind of funny. Uh, so how much do you know about Mormonism?
More than I would see. As someone who craves knowledge, I know more about Mormonism than I would like to.
Same, same. Like little fun facts. They used to say if you were good, you would get a planet in the
Mm-hmm.
afterlife, which they took that away. So
Oh, they
I've
took.
yeah, I've had one of my viewers come in being like, ex-Mormon here. I was super upset when they took away the planet thing because I was really hoping for a planet for myself. But then now I realize that wouldn't make sense. And I went, yeah,
You know
but
what?
like,
It happens.
good luck
Things
out
people
there.
do be saying things. But
So,
anyways, continue. I'm interested in your Mormonism segue.
so I went to high school and I hung out with a lot of kids in my own high school, but also the rival high school because that's how it worked for us. And my friend, who personally I thought my friend was always queer, just never said anything about it. So I went, cool, it's whatever. But I was openly dating, at least with that friend group, they knew I was openly dating guys. And so we're all sitting at a Chili's, and the waiter comes up to us, looks at
Mhm.
my friend and goes, "I'm so sorry, like you are very attractive, and I can I ask for your number? Like if you're not into guys, it's fine." And he reaches in his pocket, pulls out his Mormon card, because there's a card that Mormons have to get into the church. Yeah, it's I don't know how that
I don't
works.
think I knew that one, but continue, please.
Rips it up. They don't have it anymore, but rips it up, and then goes, "Yeah, no, let's go on a date." And that was their way of coming out to us.
That
Oh, and then they stopped being Mormon, I guess. Because you couldn't get into the church. You don't have a card.
just leaving the church, just like waving a flag. That is like so dramatic. I love it so much. Oh
Yeah, they're like, oh my God. Like I think
no.
like talking to my friend about it previously, they were like, that person was just really attractive. And I think that was the first time I realized that like I find like men attractive. And in that moment I didn't know what to do other than rip my card up and say goodbye to God, I guess, and just go.
You know, I could just picture them leaving their ripped up Mormon card and then someone else comes by and you know how there's like you see pictures of like a decision was made here.
Uh-huh. A decision was made. Like there were options. This felt like I was playing like Until Dawn or something, and I saw the
Yeah.
options that you could have chose, the reaction time too, and I was like, and
Everything goes slow mo.
this all happened in a Chili's.
Indiana Chili's brings people together.
I'm feeling love in this Chili's tonight.
There you
That's
go.
what happened. And the date went really well. Yeah.
My gosh.
But I feel like just in terms of like coming out's great, but also understand that you don't necessarily have to come out. A lot of,
Hmm.
I guess the best way of putting it is that this is your story and you narrate your
Yes.
book. And no one is obligated to know about you unless you want them to know about you.
Exactly. Like, don't feel pressure to come out, especially if it doesn't feel like safe for you, if you don't feel comfortable or accepted. Like, you don't owe anybody that part of you. And that's why I feel like I feel like I've talked about this before, but the whole premise of coming out to me doesn't feel like icky. It feels like sometimes there's too much of a pressure put on it. And it's like, I just think that people should be able to vibe. Like, I feel like you shouldn't feel like you have to come out to people. I feel like it's just something that people should like find out about you by like knowing you, right?
Yeah. There's
It's just like,
I'd say there's been a couple examples of people. I think I walk through the world assuming everyone is queer for some reason. I don't know what
mhm,
happened, but my mind just shifted where I'm like, I don't know, everyone probably finds like someone of the same gender attractive or someone with no gender attractive, like by all means. So anytime I've had friends who've like talked about like, hey, I think I might like guys, and I go, oh, you didn't?
like, oh,
I go,
is that new to you? Okay. Oh,
oh,
oh, yeah.
I'm here to support regardless. So
Yeah.
cool.
I'm like,
Love that.
hell yeah.
But I just kind of assume automatically. That's just how my mind works. Where I'm like, yeah, if you find someone very attractive and you want to pursue that, by all means,
Mhm.
go ahead and pursue that.
Sorry, I just thought Amanda's like, that's why we have little gay people in our phone to be out with when we can at home. And that's
Mm-hmm.
so true and real. I feel like it's a thing that's like incredibly like practiced in my community is just like if you're trying out like new pronouns, if you're trying out a new name, new anything like that, it's like just let us know. Like, look, Twitch has like a nickname feature. It is Twitch. I don't know if it's Twitch or PTTV. You can set nicknames. And I set nicknames if people are trying out new names and stuff just to vibe. And there are so many people you can find wonderful spaces that like can help you try to figure out your like what you're thinking about and are super duper supportive of that. And yeah, I know it sucks sometimes like not being able to come out at home or whatever, but Sora just keeps going back to like, yeah, it gets better. And eventually you won't have to feel like you have to hide.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Online spaces, queer online spaces especially, are very good places for you to be yourself, and also you're probably gonna find like-minded humor there if you're someone who's like making gay jokes. Um, I don't know. It's definitely some of my jokes that I know are funny and would hit with like a queer community does not hit in the like outside the queer community. So I go, no, I need these little gay people on my phone to laugh at my jokes and tell me I'm funny. Uh, please laugh at my jokes and tell me I'm funny. Thank you. But yeah, I think online spaces are definitely a beautiful space because you still have that level of protection and that level of like privacy and identity that you can keep, but also like you can be fully yourself personality wise. I know like chat, love y'all. I know y'all are like, but we're just little screens on the name or screen. We're little names on the screen. Oh my god, my brain just glitched. We're
Little
just
screen
little,
lemonade.
we're little screens on the names. We're little names on the screen. So like, what do you mean by that? Well, every time you all chat, we're pretty good at picking up your personalities and your humor through the things that you've like chatted through, or if you've been a returner. Um, through any of our streams or
Yeah,
anywhere that we go, we kind of pick up on what your humor is, what your personality is through your words. So we can kind of
absolutely.
get an understanding of the energy that you bring into a room. And it's pretty positive energy. It's pretty good energy. So
Hmm.
you're not just little gay people on the phone, but also at the same time you are little gay people on the phone.
Yes.
That's the motto of it's little gay people on the phone is the whole motto of today's episode.
That is, yeah, that's the through line. And we love it, honestly. But speaking of, I feel like we keep like jumping into like this very similar stuff that I know is in this guide that we're going to look at. So, shall we go through this little guide real quick?
Yeah, let's look at the guide.
I feel like some of this stuff we might like skim through faster than we would have because I know that we literally just talked about it because I feel like it's a great guide and it's just like the stuff that you got to talk about when it comes to coming out, really. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah. Yes. That's why I feel like, yeah, you're never too old to find out more about yourself. You're never too old to like come out to yourself. You're never too old to have these like epiphanies about yourself. And yeah, oh, Blaze, I think your audio is it's just me. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Wow. Wow, chat. Why couldn't you say anything early? Just kidding. All right, y'all should hear me now.
Oh, so y'all really got so much of that like
Just got
reading about things. It's like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so hey chat. So the first step is realization. Basically, coming to
Yeah.
terms with yourself. And understanding that like, hey, you might be queer, and understanding also that there is no like deadline or perfect age of being queer or anything like that. You can be any age or any situation. When you know, you do know. So
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, but y'all heard me, so y'all heard my comments on it.
yeah.
Hey.
Welcome back, Liz. Thank you so much. This was
Oh my goodness.
it's funny because
Wonderful.
like in the beginning of us starting this, I literally go, oh my god, I don't have Ashley's audio. Oh my god, I have to go through everything and put Ashley's audio, and I forgot my audio.
Your audio is just
Oh
gone.
gosh. All right, so number one, realization. Number two, deciding to let people in. Should I tell anyone? Remember that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
Well,
just need everyone to know I could hear Blizz that whole time, by the way.
oh
So that was
yeah.
just a you thing.
No, yeah. You can hear me the whole time, but
Could you imagine I'm just letting this happen?
you're like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was
That would have been really funny, honestly.
honestly, I would have laughed really hard because I think that's really funny. So deciding to let people in, should I tell
Yeah.
anyone? Remember that there is no pressure for you to come out to anyone at all unless you feel safe and ready to do so. You may decide to keep your identity to yourself for a while or start by telling only a few trusted friends or family members. Either way, it should be your decision in if and when you feel ready on your own time. This
Yes.
is a really big one. I personally think that if you are coming out, make sure that you have a safe space for yourself afterwards to like process and also just to be. It could be a physical space or emotional space or mental space. I know when I came out to my sister, how I did it was I knew I was going to. Does Books a Million still exist?
I'm not sure,
Okay, it's
but
either
I get
Borders
the
or
vibe.
Books a Million. I think it was Borders now, or Borders is the old one. So I was going to Borders with my friends, and I told my sister, knowing that my friends were picking me up in 5 minutes. So I had that escape plan just in case. And then it went really well. And then she said, can you send me some resources? Because I would like to learn
Oh,
because I don't
that's
know.
very
And
cute.
I was like, okay.
Oh, I just think it's funny that you were like, by the way, and then dipping is so perfect.
Uh huh.
I It's like, oh no, I actually have a time limit on this. They're gonna be here in like 2 minutes. So
Yeah. They're gonna be here in 2 minutes, and like, yeah. So like, hey, by the way, I'm bisexual. I'm going to go read books. I'll see you later. Text me about things if you need to.
Okay. My goodness.
But yeah, it's very important because like not every family is accepting, and that
Mhm.
is just the truth of the fact. I mean, my parents weren't as accepting in the beginning. Now they're like coming around to it and
Mhm.
understanding. um but I started off by telling my sister first, and like my friends knew, like my best friends knew. um they always tried to like hide it because they were like, we don't want you to like accidentally out yourself. They were more concerned about me outing myself than me outing myself. And I was like, gamers, I got this. I
Yeah.
promise. They're like, okay, we just want to make sure like we're doing this right. And I'm like, it's like when the ally is being a good ally, but like a
Yeah.
very, very good ally. You're like, hold on, ally,
Yeah, it's
please.
all right. Relax, simmer down. I appreciate it, but simmer down. No, I feel like deciding to let people in thing and like having a safe space for yourself is super important, especially because like if it goes, either way, really good or really bad, it's a really emotional thing to do, and you're gonna need to like recover. I feel like because it's most of the time gonna be something that you work yourself up for, like obscenely. So it's just your body's gonna have that emotional come down regardless. It's like the same thing as if you do anything that makes you like nervous.
Yeah,
So just
it's
care.
you're being very vulnerable. You're sharing a
Mhm.
piece of yourself, and you need to take the time afterwards to process what that meant to you and like how you are moving forward. And it takes time, it really does. So yeah.
Mhm.
Next up on the
Yeah, next one. I
list.
can grab this if you want
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it ties in real good with the last one is making sure it's safe to come out. Is yeah, I saw that there was a question in chat earlier about like any tips for like if it's like you don't know if it's safe to come out or you can't be out with like your family. And I feel like this is kind of just starting to touch on it, but yeah, it's definitely safety should be your utmost priority. So if you do not think that it's safe for you to come out, the people surrounding you are not supportive. If you're in a situation where you're afraid you might lose support of like your family, your home, or friends, it unfortunately, might be the safest for you to wait until you can become more independent or have a trusted group to rely on. And there is a wonderful little get help page at itgetsbetter.org that you can go to get some resources and some help as well on like this topic because it is scary. And sometimes, yeah, there are people who do lose the support of their family and do like get kicked out of their house for being who they are. And it is incredibly sad and heartbreaking. And yeah, it breaks. I hate the only advice that I would have to give is like to wait, like it being to wait
Yeah.
because it's like that it feels like that shouldn't be the only thing, but honestly, like it's better to be safe.
Yeah. Think of it like sadly we live in a world where the society isn't truly accepting of people who they deem as not normal. Um, so like the waiting is more of a survival technique, I would say. Especially if you know like what your safety situation is. I waited to fully come out to my parents at the age of 23 or 22. And that's when I also was moving out and I knew I had somewhere to go afterwards. So like that was my own survival technique. So I don't, you saying waiting, I'm just like, no, 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 that's 100% what I did because I had to make sure I fully understood myself and I fully could become independent in my situation, and
Mhm.
get ready to prep myself for that and finally doing it. So I think
Yeah.
that's definitely good. Um,
Mhm.
and then actually doing it.
Actually doing it. Oh gosh. So I have something to tell you. It's like, so once you've made the decision to come out, it may help to decide who you want to tell first and practice how you'll approach them. You can ask if they have a minute to talk, or tell them you're really excited to share something new about yourself with them, or let them know how much their support would mean to you. So I feel like for me, I came out to my mom first because I just knew my mom would be more supportive. I feel like that's another thing. You got to pick and choose
Hmm.
who you come out to first. Because I came out to my mom. I did not come out to my dad. My dad asked me about it. And I was like, yeah. And that's how that ended up happening. Because I was afraid to tell my dad. And um, that happens sometimes. But yeah, telling your like supportive friends, supportive family first is great. And I feel like, yeah, you can phrase it in a way that like, I feel like setting the ground rules almost and being like, I'm really excited to share this with you. It makes it feel more like they don't have a choice but to be excited for you. You know, it's like, hey, I'm really excited about this thing, and then it makes them seem like even more of a jerk if they're like, ew, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, it seems like you're not excited.
yeah, it's like,
No,
so yeah, I kind of like it being like that. Other than like, hey, can we talk about something? Because then I like if you know that it's hopefully gonna go well. I just feel like if you can have like the confidence going into it is like great. I know it's really hard
Mhm.
to do. And I
Yeah.
know that I definitely went the, hey, mom, I have something to tell you route. Um, but yeah, if you can phrase, like, if you try to make it sound as exciting as possible, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one time I came out to my friends in theater first, because I was uh falling in love with the lead actor. So it was dramatic as always.
Yeah.
And so I told my friend, I was like, hey, just like, by the way, like I'm currently, we weren't dating. I kissed so and so. And my friend goes, okay, so does that mean like you like guys? And I was like, I think I like both. She goes, okay, does this mean like we can't go to Target and get frozen yogurt? And I went, no, that's not what
No,
that means.
we can do that.
Yeah, we can go do that. That's fine. And I was I was like, she was so accepting. She's been super accepting like since then. But it's just so funny because it was like, does this affect us going to Target to get frozen yogurt or not? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I just thought this was really cool to find out. And I didn't know how you would react. And your
That's,
reaction was, hey, we're still friends, but like also
yeah.
frozen yogurt?
Hey, can I still get froyo? Cool, thanks.
Cool. But it was
Rude.
definitely picking and choosing who to tell first, or picking and choosing like spaces where you feel comfortable saying is, or saying who you are, or saying that information about yourself is very, very important. And definitely, I don't want to say strategic, but definitely something to think about.
Yeah. I feel like it is strategic. I feel like you have to be with certain things, right?
True.
Also, Mandis, you are totally valid. Truly. You
Oh,
are who you
100%.
are and you know who you are. And just because your family doesn't make the cut of cool people that know who you are, then that's their problem,
Yeah, they don't
honestly.
look, they don't make the cut.
Yeah, they don't make the cut. They sound like they're losers.
Lose. Hey, but Ash, you and I, we made the cut. So
We made the cut.
that high five.
High five. I was too busy being a goof with my glasses. I had to like,
All
you
right.
know.
So deciding what to share with who. There, oops, let me scroll down. There are lots of ways to let people know your identity if you feel comfortable sharing. For example, many social media platforms give you the option to add your pronouns directly into your bio. Ooh, that's like the silent sneak move. I
Yeah,
like
that's like
that.
the soft launch.
It's like yeah, soft launch. That's the perfect way. It's like, ooh, like I'm
What
gonna
if I
change.
just
I'm gonna add a they in there and see who notices. See who's
mm-hmm,
really watching.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wait, I really like that. I really like
Yeah, I love it a lot.
that.
That's great. I
I
feel like, yeah, I feel like that's a fun, like, yeah, pronouns in your bio is a fun way to just be like, you know?
oop, who's watching? Who's seeing what's going on? I really like this. It's also, I think this goes into Twitch as well. I think Twitch is again a good space, especially like a lot of core spaces, a good time for you to test out things. I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of the times with the pronoun extension that we talked about earlier, thanks Alejo, a lot of people randomly change their pronouns to see if it fits them. If they're
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna test out he they this week and see if that works for me. If not, then I'm gonna go back to doing he him. But for the most part, people who are like, I'm gonna test out he they end up loving he they, and I'm like, I knew it. I knew it.
Yes.
But but yeah, I would say Twitch is definitely like the perfect area, or online spaces like that are the perfect area to experiment with your identity.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I think it's like the best place is on social media. Even like social media that's, more public to people that like in real life or whatever, or just like social media that just goes to online friends, the little gay people in your phone,
Little gay people on my phone.
Yeah, again. We're back at it again.
Back at it.
Yeah, that's definitely a great like stepping stone for sure, for sure.
Yeah, the next one, which is something that we've dealt with, dealing with bullies.
Mm-hmm.
My identity is valid. Not everyone may understand or respect your identity. Remember that you deserve to be treated with kindness, and that only you have the power to know what's best for you. No one else can decide what's valid or not for you or your gender identity or sexual orientation. Not bullies, not teachers, not friends, not even parents. Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's me or Ashley bullying you. That's coming from a place of love, obviously.
True. True.
And we're not bullying you for being gay. We're bullying you for you crushing on Ghostface or something like that.
Oh, see, well, that's not even
Or
bullying.
Pyramid
I
Head,
feel like
okay.
that's fine. Fine. Like, have you seen Skeet Ulrich? Come on.
But yeah, no, this is like, honestly, I'll be honest. People who are bullying you for your sexuality, they're haters. That's the best way of putting it. They're haters, and they're probably projecting.
Yeah, look, I hate the whole like, oh my god, they bully you because they're secretly like gay or whatever. That's not always the case.
That's not
Sometimes people
always.
just suck.
Mhm.
But it happens.
I didn't your bullies come out as gay?
Yeah.
Dude, my bullies came out as gay.
No shot.
They tried to like text me afterward, like when they came out, and I was like, no.
No,
I don't want to be
absolutely
friends.
not. No, luckily they did not try to reach out to me. It was like, I think I was like looking on Facebook and I saw something and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, it's not all, again, it's not always true.
It's not
But
always
when it
true.
is, you're like, okay, but you were still mean to me.
Yeah,
I
like,
want you
come
I
on.
want you to pay attention to that, is that you were still mean to me for this.
Yes.
Also, R. Williams says, LOL at Biden for dealing with bullies. Dealt with the biggest bully of all. True. True.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take this one?
Oh, hey, yeah. See, this is another through line of this whole episode is keep learning and growing. So it's like, yeah, look, this is a thing that I feel like sometimes it's hard for some people to deal with is like, just because you come out like once as something doesn't mean like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You are constantly like learning and growing and changing. And it's like, yeah, so like, what if I'm actually this or whatever? It's like some people come out more than once. Your identity and preferences may change over time as you learn more about what makes you happiest. And that's okay. Maybe you used to identify as a girl, but now you feel more comfortable actually being non-binary. Or maybe you used to identify as a lesbian, but now you realize you're actually bisexual. It's all good and all you. And look, everybody has different steps in their journey, and I've changed my identities because of multiple different factors, and none of those factors included me like being wrong.
Yeah.
It was just like stuff happens. I find out more about myself, or like I sometimes like felt like ashamed of certain things, or like I was scared to talk about like or have certain identities or whatever. And it's a vibe and it changes. And the people who are like, well, I thought you were actually this suck, and they can stub their toe.
Yeah.
Could you tell that came from the heart there?
Yeah,
Because
that was from the heart. Personal. I loved it.
have, you know.
No, I mean, good example of this for myself is I think 6 months ago is when I found out that I was also aromantic, and I didn't. That was me discovering more about myself and how I interact in like romantic relationships and stuff like that. So things will constantly change, and it will be fun. It will be great, but also you'll have moments of like grieving, and I'll explain it in a second. But in the moment, I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, this is really cool. I found out something about myself. Now let me take the time to actually research more about myself." Because now that I have this answer, there's so much I don't know. And I mean, even now, like at 3 a.m., I'll just look up fun little things about aromantics. And I'm like, do I? Okay. Yep, that's me. Okay. Uh-oh. But the reason I say grieving is sometimes, and you see it with ADHD, sometimes when you find answers about yourself, you start looking back in the past and grieving, being like, oh, well, that explains this situation. Why didn't I know this at this point? You didn't know because you didn't have the resources yet, and that's a-okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that happens.
yeah, so like take your time to grieve, obviously, but also at the end of the day, please understand it is not your fault. You are taking the time that you need to do the things that you need to do and process how you need to process in the best way
Hmm.
for yourself. But yeah,
Yeah.
keep learning and keep growing.
Yes.
And then number
Mhm.
8.
Oh, connecting with other LGBTQ friends. Very important. And I feel like we talked about this because I feel like this is something that you can do like easily online now. Bless the internet for that. The internet can be many things, but at least it gives us the ability to connect with like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
um, yeah, so some like literally getting like that "Hey, me too" friend is so great. It's like sometimes it really helps to know you're not alone and to make other queer friends who can have your back. Seek out LGBTQ plus friends online in GSA clubs at school or at LGBTQ plus centers in your area. Don't forget to watch the It Gets Better videos to hear stories just like yours because sometimes the best family is the one you choose. I am a firm believer, as somebody with a small family by choice, that your chosen family is what really matters. Because just because you get saddled into a group of people that you are kind of stuck with by blood doesn't mean you're stuck with them forever. And you don't have to interact with people you don't want to, especially if they make your life miserable. And if they don't accept you and who you are, screw them. And you can find incredible people who will love and support you for who you are, especially now that you have the internet where you can find friends and like minded people.
Chat keeps saying gay little people in our phone.
Yes. Hey, little people in our phone, in our phone.
There's gay little people in our phone. But yeah, it's a funny "Hey, me too." Again, me and my best friend being like, "Oh, hey, me too." Cool. Does this prevent us from getting frozen yogurt and
Yeah,
going to
can we get
Target,
frozen yogurt
or
though?
does this not? But yeah, knowing how to stay safe.
Mm,
It starts off really good. Knowing how to stay safe. Blocked. It's
mm,
important
yeah.
for you to stay safe, especially when you're online. Learn different platforms, give you the ability to control your DMs, filter out certain words from your feeds, and make sure your personal info stays private so you can make sure you are surrounded by people who support you. I am really big on curated feeds, making feeds your own. Also, just a heads up for everyone using Twitter, double check your DMs and make sure that in your DM settings, if you have them open, it's not just for verified users. Make sure it's for everyone. That happened to me when I was telling community folks to like hit me up in my Twitter DMs, and they go, I can't. And I go, what?
Mm,
So just to double check, it's something that was accidentally put on for everyone.
yes.
Thanks to Elon Musk. But
Yep.
the block
See,
feature is really nice.
block feature's great. And also, I'll be real, I haven't let people DM me for a very long time.
Yeah, which
Just
is
straight up.
that's a good example of like knowing how to stay safe and like keeping your
That's my
space
piece.
a
I'm
good
protecting my peace.
piece. Yeah.
I simply do not. Like, I adore people. I
Yeah,
feel like that's a little bit too much of a direct line of contact to me.
that is so fair. That is so fair. There's I think Tumblr's like really good at in terms of curating your feed. Example for that. I have
Mhm.
like the you section where basically everything you go through is stuff that's related to things that you want to know about or things that you've
Mhm.
shown interest to in the past. Um, if Twitter could be like that, that'd be great. But Twitter is not
Mm.
currently not like that. But the block button still exists on Twitter. So
So
like
good.
if you see anything that you do not that is causing you mental damage or physical damage, as the kids say,
Mm.
you can hit that block button and mute button or report
Yeah,
button. I don't know. All of those
just
work.
do it.
All
Just
of
do it.
those.
Look, literally, there's like a thing I feel like that for a little bit of time, I just started like muting people because there was like a weird thing. It's like, oh my God, if you block them, then they know that they won. I'm like, won what? Being
Yeah,
able
what
to
are they
talk to the
winning?
air? Like, I don't care, bro. Like, now I just block people. I
It's
don't
like
care. I don't want to deal with that.
it's like wait, what did you win?
I don't know. They're like, oh my God,
you
look, she blocked me. I'm like, good for you, babe.
you
That
won
just
the
means that
time that you were
you're
going to
insufferable.
waste.
Like, you're a waste of my energy. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
And then I think this is the last one.
Mm, is it?
Remember, it gets
It
better.
gets better.
I know
Yes.
it'll get better. The coming out process is easy for some, rough for others. Sometimes it's hard to figure out your own identity and what makes you feel the best. But remember that no matter what you're going through right now, it does get better and you're welcome here anytime. Oh, that
That's
was really
very cute.
cute. That was really cute.
That was very, very cute. But it's very, very true. Like, this whole thing, it's like, yeah, if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel like you can come out, you will.
Yeah,
You
you will.
will. You will get it to that spot. And I know that, like, a lot of people, this hits harder for younger folks. I am almost 30. And as someone who is almost 30 and has my own house and is living my own life now after feeling a little unsafe to come out to everybody, it feels like that time is such a small part of my life now. Like, as you get
Hmm.
older, it feels like it's forever and it feels like it's everything when you're young, but it'll get better and the time will pass. And then that you'll look back on that and think of it as a small part of your life that sucked, but you have such a huge, grand part of your life now that is way better.
Yeah. Also, I kind of laughed. I did in my mind. I did the Wolf of Wall Street meme where I was like, "We said it gets better," and it's like they said the name in the title. They said the name
Yay!
in the title. And I got very happy about that.
Yes,
All right, so
it's great.
we are kind of getting towards the end of our show, but before we go anywhere, Ashley, and also this is for Chad as well.
Mhm.
What are you looking forward to this week or next?
Okay, so for me, because I've been reading and I've been doing stuff off my phone and stuff, I've been doing a lot more like little projects around my house and I'm looking forward to continuing doing those little projects because I'm making like the windowsills at the front of my house got chewed up
Oh,
by the dogs that lived here before. So I'm just like I sanded them. We got rid of a lot of stuff and we're going to repaint them to make them look pretty and there's no dog teeth in it. I'm finishing painting the walls that the people who lived here before didn't finish and left just with like weird like drywall mud on them for some reason.
okay.
And yeah, I'm just doing stuff like that. What about you?
Um, this weekend I am learning to take a break again and not doing anything. And I think I'm going to just, I don't know, relax and watch a movie.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. And then the weekend after that, it's going to be TwitchCon, which it gets better, we'll be attending. Um, I'm going to be going. So if you see me, if you see anyone with an orange beanie,
It's
I'm going to be masked up first and foremost, but you will see the orange beanie, and that's how I get you.
it's a
Uh,
beacon.
it's a beacon. If you see anyone with the orange beanie, it is definitely me, or someone else pretending to be me.
Could
Hey,
be. Maybe
it's
there's like
happened
going to be a big
before.
prank where like a bunch of people show up all pretending to be you and they just have like a big chain and an orange beanie on.
It's happened before where I went to an event and someone said, "Hey, someone's dressed like you." And I was trying to get an autograph and I realized it wasn't you and it was just someone dressing up as you because I told people to dress up as me as a joke and then they did it. And
That's
I was like,
funny.
haha. But yeah, doing TwitchCon next week, I'm going to be in a panel for path to partnership, as well as a stage show with Big Boss Bose doing a
I'm
crime scene murder investigation. I don't know.
Oh, that's
It's
fun.
gonna
That's
be,
really cool.
hey, I might solve a murder or I might be the murderer. Figure it out. Also,
That's
I
really
will
cool.
say, if you are going to conventions, please mask up and also make sure you
Right.
get your COVID and your flu shot. I got mine like 2 weeks ago, and it will knock you out, but it's you're
It's worth
definitely
it.
gonna need it. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I have planned, Ash.
Oh my God, that's wonderful. I see that there's some people going to conventions. Also, Brad, look, it happened so quick. You realizing that it's like, oh my God, like even a couple years ago, I would not believe how happy I am now. It'll happen before you know it. Like
Hmm.
if you're feeling rough, you'll just wake up one day and be like, oh my God, it is better. And that's beautiful. And I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy where I am now compared to like earlier in my process of becoming unapologetically myself. That was a
Yeah.
hard process, but like now I'm just like, oh, thank God I went
Yeah.
through the trenches just to be where I am today.
Hmm. Yep, absolutely. And it's great. But yeah, TwitchCon is next week. So we will be back to our regular bi-weekly schedule once we're back from TwitchCon on October 26th. Yeah, our next episode is 26th, so 2 weeks from now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Well, chat, thank you so
Mm,
much for being here for the sixth episode, you said, Ash?
Next episode!
Sixth episode of Perfectly Queer. Um,
Yay!
Also, thank you to It Gets Better for putting all the commands
Hmm.
in chat and just being super awesome and
Yes.
creating an amazing show like this.
Yeah, and for getting all those resources together and
Yes.
everything for us. It's fantastic. All right, Blizz, do you wanna give your little spiel? You want to tell them a little bit about where they can find you?
Oh my God, I always forget this. Hi, my name is Blizz. You can find me everywhere on the internet under BlizzBear, except Twitch. It's just Blizz. But BlizzBear, B3AR instead of the E. But I cover true crime cases on Tuesdays on Twitch, and I play a lot of video games. I just finished My Friendly Neighborhood, which, Ashley, you should play My Friendly Neighborhood if you haven't. It is
I haven't yet, but I should.
Resident Evil with puppets.
Incredible.
So
I
you would
need to.
love it. Apparently, my organization system is butt because it's Resident Evil organization systems of items, and I don't know how to Tetris. But
Yeah, it's rough.
I play video games, do a lot of just chatting stuff, and I also work for Rooster Teeth, which is a cool multimedia, I would say multimedia company that does animation, gaming, and podcasting, and I stream for them as well. Ashley, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me anywhere at Ashley Urbato. That's my name everywhere on this gosh dang internet. And I really like horror. This week I was going through the Ben Drown creepypasta, which I
Oh,
realized that 3 years ago it turned into an ARG. And
yes.
so I had like whole videos to go through of like real live action stuff. And I'm like, what is happening? I finished it today.
It's so
No, I
good.
don't know anything. I have to like comb through so much more, but I'm like, it turned into like a doomsday scenario. There's like an apocalyptic event, and I'm like, what the
Hmm.
heck is happening? It's very, very cool. I really loved it. But yeah, I really love horror. I really like Silent Hill a lot. I kind of you can catch me playing a lot of horror games and just I either play horror games or cozy games or just kind of just cause chaos. I kind of do whatever. I also am playing Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. Which I love very much. We're in the third act, so we're getting close-ish to the
Ooh.
end.
Okay.
Ish. The third act is like forever, so I feel
Yeah.
like it'll still take us a million years. But yeah, that's what I do. And you can find me at Ashley Robato. But
And
yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for being here.
yeah. Also, if you want to find us on Twitch, it should be either in the title or somewhere on your screen where it says that you can click our names and follow.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely come hang out in both of our communities, and we will see you again.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.